that's all right. It's me, you. We got a special kind of friendship.
I am not your friend.
Sure you are. Fishing buddy?
So it is Wednesday, Mittwoch, middle of the week, and some call it hump day. And we got hit with some really bummy news today. That Tom Noonan, who plays Dollarhide in this film, passed away at age 74 on Valentine's Day. And kind of sucks, man. I always liked that guy. Been in quite a few films that I personally love, and this film was not his first movie by any measure of the word, but it was the first movie to give him a major role and got him a lot of notice because of it. And for that reason alone, I'm kind of grateful for it. I do know that we were doing some stuff today, watching videos and talking about stuff. And I brought up the fact that, with all the interviews and everything we saw, one of the things they seemed to kind of leave out of it was how at first he was not really wanting this part because he was afraid of it for a couple of reasons. First was, oh, great, I'll do this role and then I'm going to get typecast as serial killers and bad guys.
And I can understand that concern. But what I was going to say earlier, when you first started talking about him, was just his look and how big the guy was.
Well, he's very tall.
Yeah, they kind of lean into that anyway. He's going to get
6'5".
That, right? Yeah,
he wasn't shy.
He did play other kinds of roles in the beginning, but most of the roles he got offered after this were horror roles or as characters that were horrific. Right. One of my favorites that he played. Oh wait, I didn't finish saying. So he was afraid of being in a movie that was so dark and intense, and that scared him because he's a really soft, sensitive person.
You could tell that too. When you saw him in interviews and stuff, you could tell that. Yeah.
He's very thoughtful. He's funny too. Mm-hmm. We watched a really good interview where he kept saying, "Oh God, what am I going to say next that's going to get me in trouble?" Because he kept telling things that he probably shouldn't be telling about making of films he was in. And it was just funny. But anyway, the guy was a very decent person, nice. And he got to be in some good films. He was one of the villains in Last Action Hero with Arnold.
Yeah, that's the movie other than Manhunter that I really remember him from. That and Heat.
RoboCop 2.
Yeah,
he's the villain in one of the villains in RoboCop 2. He becomes the second robot with the human.
As far as I'm concerned, there's only one RoboCop movie, so hey.
And it's just his brain that's in the. No, I like RoboCop 2. I really do. I enjoyed that film. But it's not only that film. I had a whole list of them, and if I start talking and I stop, I fucking forget. Mm-hmm. It's the way. It's like I remember things in a line, and then if that line gets interrupted, I forget. Like what the fuck am I even saying? So hold on a second. Jim Woodard's messaging me right now.
But yeah, he always seemed like a very, very I don't want to say timid, but very even-keeled guy. He seemed like he was a very soft-spoken giant. You know what I mean? That kind of.
He was funny too. One of the videos we watched was filmed with a mobile phone or something at a convention, and he was funny. The way he talked about people he worked with.
Well, and I loved him in this movie, but I dug him in Last Action Hero too. Last Action Hero is one of those guilty pleasures of mine, man. I watched that.
No, it's not a guilty pleasure. That is not a bad movie at all.
I love that movie, man. Well, I mean, it didn't go over very well. It didn't make the kind of money they were hoping it would.
That doesn't matter. The movie wasn't ready for the time.
No, I don't think it was either, because the days of
Audiences weren't ready to face the facts that are stated in the movie.
right meta, the whole meta thing. It wasn't a thing back then,
that,
right?
man,
Yeah.
these are just movies. Don't take it so don't take it.
So damn seriously, will you? Just relax, right? Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
So with Tom
outstanding.
Noonan, he had some other characters that I know him from, because I've always enjoyed his characterizations when he plays in films. And I think one of my favorites was in the comedy horror film Monster Squad, where he played the Frankenstein
He was
monster.
Frankenstein, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he's Frankenstein's monster. Don't do that in front of Anima. She'll fucking
Really?
dig into you, man.
Really? You
Yeah.
can't just assume I'm talking about the monster.
No, not with Anima.
Frankenstein. Is she one of those girls? Is
Just
that
remind you, she's the sweetest, nicest girl I know until you say something wrong in front of her that she doesn't like. And then she will
Shut
cut
up.
into you. She has no mercy.
And no joke, I'm not
You
one
have-
of these girls, but I will call him by his German name because it's Frankenstein. I will never Americanize his name.
I
Because I
hear
don't do that.
Okay.
So let's talk about like some of his early films. What?
We have irrevocably damaged country shape media, who's now saying, "I only do eyes."
Oh no!
He's the one saying it now.
Oh no!
But without Avatar,
Yeah, I know. Fucking awesome. So, like, just to give you a list of some films that he did appear in before he did Manhunter, he was in the movie Gloria, which I fucking love that movie. He's one of the gangsters in the film. He did the horrible movie that tanked, but it's a better film than it deserves, or that it got. I mean, it destroyed a studio, Heaven's Gate. And he played the character of Jake in Heaven's Gate. He was also in a really cool little horror movie called Wolfen with Albert Finney. And he was in a comedy, a good comedy called Easy Money with Rodney Dangerfield. He played the character of Patty. And I won't even mention the comedy he did with Eddie Murphy called Best Defense. I shouldn't mention it, but fuck that. And then he was in this weird fucking movie Tom Hanks did called The Man with One Red Shoe. It's a weird fucking movie.
Yeah.
And then he did FX.
That's right. He was in FX, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He played Varric in that one. But it was Manhunter that put him on the map. And I'm so glad that right after he did Manhunter, he made Monster Squad. So he got to play a good guy.
Right.
And playing the monster that ends up helping the kids. And then he got the part of Kane in RoboCop 2. And then he played Ripper just a few years, 4 years later in Last Action Hero.
He plays Ripper and himself.
He also played the character of Kelso in another Michael Mann film because Michael Mann liked him. Heat.
Yes, Heat. Yeah.
And he was, I saw him later on an episode of The Black Book where he plays a hired killer who's kind of a serial killer. And he does acid bath. That's how he disposes of people. And ends up getting the acid bath himself when the main character from The Black Book pushes him in, which is really good. So what was that by Penny there? What did she say?
Hello.
Oh, hi. Oh. I got a picture of Jim Woodward in a kilt. You guys want to see it?
sure.
And that's his boy Danny on the left, and his other son on the right. I forget the name of, but Joey is the one that I know really well on the left. I love that kid. All grown up now, man. All our kids are grown up. I should tell Jim with his hair so long that he looks like his sister Annie when it was married to Robert Evans, the head of Paramount, the former head of Paramount Pictures.
Sorry about that.
Should I say that to him?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to tell him you said it. No.
Noise. Sorry about that. Mom came in and needed some information. I keep hoping she's going to recognize the fact when the door's closed and I'm doing a show, but
You need to do what Gary does. Gary has a
I
sign.
was fine.
no, you don't understand. No, guys, this is an 82-year-old woman. Signs don't work. My wife's tried that when she's working in her office. She put a sign up, and my mom walks right in, and she's at work.
Let me introduce you to one of realities of life. Moms do not care.
No, they don't. They don't. Yep.
And God bless them.
Oh yes, I'm not complaining. It's just I don't even know what you guys are talking about now. So I took my headphones off and was talking to her. Oh my God. But yeah,
Right.
Mr.
Gary, get off
Noonan.
the socials. We have a show to do.
Yeah, please.
Well, I can fill in if he's busy.
Wait. In the
Go
meantime,
ahead. Yeah, Mark.
that's one.
Snortopoopus needs a video. He's so awesome. Yes, he is. This movie Manhunter, it's not the first one that Mann made, right? He made another one before he made this one. I think.
Yeah,
it was one of his earliest ones. But
he made Thief. If you didn't hear me,
yeah, I heard you. Yeah,
okay. You didn't respond, so I don't know if you heard me.
Yeah. The movie Red Dragon is cut from the same source material, and it's closer to the book than this is.
Yeah, it is.
The big difference, and I think both movies are good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not poo-pooing this flick at all. I'm a big William Petersen fan. To Live and Die in L.A. is my favorite thing with him in it. I think he's awesome in it. But they kind of cut the character out of the same cloth. He's kind of a tough guy cop in this. He's not the Ed Norton version where he gets queasy about even being able to get inside these guys' minds. You know what I mean? He really doesn't even want to be around the subject matter, He's kind of a recluse, right? But
I don't see it like that.
Petersen's not like that in this movie.
No, I see Petersen is a broken man who's trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Whereas Norton is just broken and he cannot hide it.
Yeah.
You can see that when Petersen is talking to his wife on that little pier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, she said, "You're doing the same shit that you said you were going to do," and he cannot look at her anymore.
Yeah.
The rest of the conversation, he's looking away, and you can see in the eyes, he's, oh my God, no, he's okay.
But
I was waiting for a moment for this.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
Sheldon.
Penny.
oh boy.
What is this?
Okay, so one of the interesting things is this movie was made while Dino De Laurentiis was still alive. And he's the reason why the film is called Manhunter.
Which is a bad title.
Yeah, it's not a very good title. It really isn't. In fact, just so you guys know, the version of the film we're talking about today is the director's cut of Manhunter.
However, the slideshow is the original cut.
Okay. So basically, De Laurentiis produced the film. This is right before he went out of business. It was this film in Taipan that took him out of the running. That's why De Laurentiis isn't because at the time he was looking at doing the movie Total Recall. And Total Recall ended up falling through. This is back when David Cronenberg was going to direct, and Robin Williams was one of the actors considered for the part of Quaid, which was originally Quail in the script. Some of the actors that were auditioned for, Richard Dreyfuss was looked at, and I can't remember, but Cronenberg was the director on in it. In fact, I had an original script with red liner notes from David Cronenberg. And it was given to me by accident, I think. And the person that gave it to me never asked for it back. And I'm like, I just assumed this is a gift. And if they haven't asked for it back, so I guess I'm not giving it back. So it is a gift. And I gave it to my son, Benjamin, and he still has it to this day. And at least one of my kids keeps stuff that I gave them, doesn't lose them. As bad as Lecter is, he is not the worst guy Cox has ever played in a movie. That would be Leon Trotsky in Nicholas and Alexandra. Yeah. Trotsky got a pickaxe to the head. Well, I think it's one of those jeweler picks to the head. And he didn't die immediately. And it freaked out the guy that was trying to assassinate him. And he took off running, and people were, he kind of almost got away. And Trotsky lingered for a day, I think, and then eventually died. It might have been a few days. But I think the best Trotsky on film is Richard Burton.
Dude, I have to acknowledge this Avatar. Oh my God. It's so awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
American Eagle
that's
having a
cool.
beer. What's up?
Welcome, Spring Hill Mag.
Yeah, I was trying to say all the films, but it's kind of hard to interject in here sometimes. And I was saying the first film was Thief, and then the next film after that was The Keep and Manhunter. And The Keep is just a fucking mess, and it's not his fault. Studio interference. Graham realizes Lecter is the killer. That's in Red Dragon, yeah. I kind of like the film because it actually does a better job of adapting the book. But I prefer Manhunter, though. Even though it changes the ending, I like that ending. That's a neo-noir ending.
That's a crazy ass action scene at the end. I really enjoyed that.
I love that when he goes through that glass, you think, oh man, he's gonna fuck him up. And he ends up in his hands. And he never touches the ground. He just catches him in mid fucking air by the throat. And I'm like, you're in trouble. And by the way, that scene, Martin, is what inspired the creation of the character Rollins in my comics. Because Rollins is like that. He stands 7 feet tall, is a mountain of sinuous muscle, and with a wolf perched on top of the mountain for a head. I'm sure Michael Mann directed the movie in '85 while he was micromanaging the second season of Miami Vice. Yeah, he really wasn't that all directly involved with the show. And it's kind of befuddled some of us why they treat it like it's his. X-Men 2, also Brian Cox.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the guy who heads up the X program.
William Stryker.
He's William Stryker. Yeah.
Who's, like I was trying to say, headed up the X program, X weapon program. And And Stryker was played by two great actors. First was Brian Cox, and then next, as the younger version of him, played by Danny Houston, who I thought, oddly, they made sure he looked a little bit like Brian Cox when he played the character of Stryker. And by the way, the name Stryker just makes me think of the joke that makes a guy hit a woman.
Stryker, 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 whack!
So Tom Noonan, he had a pretty good career. I'm looking at some of the last stuff he did. He worked on the TV series Animals. He worked on the TV series for 12 Monkeys. He was in 18 episodes. I don't care about that one. Dimension 404, it was okay. He was in one episode, which those are vignettes. He was in the series Quarry with a friend of mine, Kurt Yeager. Kurt Yeager was the hitman looking for the main character. He was in the film Animalesia, which is an animated movie. He was in the TV series, 18 episodes, and I loved it. He played the Reverend Nathaniel Cole in Hell on Wheels. I love that show. He was on the TV show The Leftovers, which I never watched. He was in the movie Night of the Wolf, also known as Late Phases, which is a great movie, but with a weird-looking werewolf. And as I mentioned, he was in that at one episode of Blacklist. He had he was a hired killer with the nickname the Stew Maker because he made stew out of his victims. Let's see. Anything else worth mentioning? I don't care about that show. No. He was in an episode of Louie, which I like that show. He was in the movie House of the Devil, which I didn't like. Oh, he was in the movie The Alphabet Killer with Carrie Elways. I did like that movie. It was pretty good. That was the movie where somebody said, man, I love that Carrie Elways, man. Really good actor in Alphabet Killer. It's hard to believe how good an English accent he does when he plays other characters. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, his English accent is spot on. I went, he is English. What? No. Everything I've ever seen him in he was an American. Like, no, he's just really good at losing his English accent. He is quite English, posh English, in fact. Now,
by the way,
this guy is in Thief, by the way. A lot of people, you got to look for him, and you will see him. That, of course, is the real cop turned actor, Dennis Farina.
Love him.
He is one of the gangsters' gunmen in the movie Thief. And he gets front and center. You get to see him at the in the last battle between him and the hitman. I don't know. I didn't do anything. Oh, I was trying to pause on him. Is why. Dennis Farina.
Ironhead is here spilling the beans. Gary.
Well, it's true because I'm fond of the dad and the son as actors. So, yes, that's a couple of Coxes that I like.
Okay. I gotta do it now.
What was that?
I don't know what that was.
You didn't hear half the sound. It's the corn sound. It's the
Oh, that one. By the way, he has an uncredited role in one of my favorite Spider movies, Eight-Legged Freaks, a film that Anima will never watch. And it's a comedy film because they add like voice sound effects to the spiders, and it's so fucking funny. You'll hear a spider running around wanting something, and it's going around like little weird voices. Another actress that's in this movie plays Molly Graham, his wife, and that's Kim Grice, best known for the movie Brazil as the protagonist's love interest. I don't know what that said at the end.
About this?
Yeah. I got to not the true was
Father,
the father
of Ted
Ted
Striker.
Striker. But wait a minute, what? I saw Elway's first in some terrible Rob Lowe movie about a guy who goes from Las Vegas to Britain to try and hook up with some Lady Di lookalike. I don't think I know that movie.
Well, it's Oxford Blues.
Oh, well, I saw Oxford Blues. Oh, there's more to the story than just getting banged by somebody that looks like Di. Like, look off, man. Worst movie description ever. It's not what Oxford Blues is about. Dennis and Petersen have such a great undeniable chemistry. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, the cinematography is by a guy by the name of Dante Spinotti. And he's actually an Italian from Italy. And
he was way more than a cameraman, Gambit. Give the guy justice. He was so much more.
He was the cinematographer. And I said this to Anima earlier. I said, Dante Spinotti sounds so Southern Italian that, I mean, you just picture him with dark hair, dark eyes, dark skin. The perfect name for a villain in a mob movie. And like with thick accents, you have these two guys facing off, you know. Luigi says to Spinotti, I will kill you, Dante. I will kill you. Of which Spinotti replies, no, you will not, because you are already dead. There you go. Some other things
Mike.
that are featured in... Hi, Mike. Some other things that are mentioned in both films, adaptations, that they kind of get wrong in this movie. They got it right in the second remake. I'm going to turn off my camera because it's acting funny. Basically, they used two separate paintings. And technically, the one that is referenced in the book that should be in the movie is not the one they chose to use. And I thought that was so odd. What they use in this movie is this version. Hold on. I'm going to bring this down, remove for a second, bring this back up. There you go. This is the painting that they show in this film. And that is one of William Blake's paintings from the collection. But that is not the correct one in the book. And they did get the correct one by William Blake for the second adaptation of this movie, which is this painting.
Oh, yeah.
And I like also that in the second adaptation, they left the scene in where he breaks in or goes into the gallery, goes in to look at the Blake painting, then renders the caretaker of the museum of the artwork unconscious and tears this out of the protective book that it's being held in, and begins to tear it apart and eat it.
Yeah.
In order to give him the power over the demon. But this is the one featured in this film, which also explains the weird looking wings that you see on his chest, in the tattoo on his chest.
They didn't use it though.
Guys, I'll be back.
Okay.
He said in an interview, Gary, the tattoo. He suggested it and they tried, but ended up not using it. He said that in an interview. One of the interviews that we watched. Because Mann felt like it was too much.
So they focus on those paintings. And of course, for those of you who don't know who William Blake is, he was also a poet, as well as an artist and an author. And he is famous for writing the poem, America, a Prophecy. And there's a line in that poem that was used in another favorite film of mine, Blade Runner, when Chu meets Leon and Roy Batty, Rutger Hauer and Brian James. And Rutger Hauer delivers the line, "Fiery the angels fell." And "Fiery the angels fell, a deep thunder rolled round their shores." And that was it. That's what he says. With the fires of Orc. And he left out some of the lines because this is the original line in the poem, which is, "Fiery the angels rose, and as they rose, deep thunder rolled round their shores, indignant burning with the fires of Orc," which is one of the most beautiful poems about the colonies going to war with England, how the war broke. It's a beautiful poem that tells the story. And I love that poem. But anyway, that's William Blake. If you don't know who he is, you need to look him up, and you should read America Prophecy, and you should check out his Red Dragon artwork. It's something else. I do like also in this that they do, there's something about Michael Mann. He really loves the idea of cops doing their jobs. He really loves that.
Yeah.
And he's notoriously known for, in a good way, of hiring real law enforcement to play cops and such in his movies. And he
really
loves
like that.
doing this. And that's how he met Dennis Farina, because Farina was in his first movie, Thief, and they had such a good relationship that he launched his acting career in this movie. And right after this, he got the role on Chicago Story, which was a hit TV series back in the day. I also like that we don't go into too much detail with the killings, because this movie was going to get an R no matter what. And back in the 80s, you needed to not get too much into the killings. But what they show of the killings is so important to the storytelling process.
They show the crime scene.
They show the crime scene afterward. You see the blood, and you see the
Nobody-
blood against the wall to the left. And he mentions that they haven't figured out what that's about yet. The blood on the wall to the left in the bedroom. And what that is that's where he placed the children. And he put the pieces of mirror in their eyes so he could stand before them and see himself in their eyes. And as he was becoming, as it says in the movie, that he is becoming this great thing, the Red Dragon. And I fucking love this movie. I also, by the way,
talks to him all the time. He talks to the killer that he's hunting.
Yeah, he talks to him.
Mind.
To him, he's talking to himself, but he's actually talking to the killer in his head. And because he has him in there and he's trying to unlock him and understand him.
And it's scary because it drives him crazy.
Did you guys ever watch any of the television show?
Yes. I watched the entire series. I was talking about it. Anima needs to watch it. I think it's one of the most beautifully shot television shows in the history of television.
That's definitely high production for network television.
It's not just the production. It's the art design of the places they were at, and specifically, hold on, right there. Not only does this film have connections to Blade Runner, it has connections to The Thing. Does anybody remember who that is?
Oh, yeah.
That's Bennings from The Thing.
Yep. He's the guy with the crab hands.
Yeah, with the crab hands.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And he gets upset right before he torches him. And what he yelled at him in Alien was, "Man, I wasn't finished yet."
Right? Dude.
And you interrupted. I like that they have the bite marks so they're able to make the copies of the teeth. And what they don't know is those are false teeth.
Yeah.
Those are dentures.
Yep. He's definitely a brilliant dude. Brilliant, disturbed dude. Which is what most of them are. These serial killer types. doing what they think are these great pieces of artwork.
By the way, Anima, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, so Jim replied back, I got misgendered yesterday by a guy I've known for over 20 years. He saw me sitting in a chair. I thought it was a girl.
It's funny.
Oh my God, Jim. Yeah, William Petersen is just solid in this film. And this movie put him on the map for me because I wanted to see anything with this guy. And of course, he would also star later in To Live and Die in L.A.
Yeah, and that's my favorite thing he was in. Of course,
And
the whole cast in that one was amazing. That's the first time we really
Willem
saw Willem
Dafoe.
Dafoe in his brilliant. His brilliance at playing a maniac is bar none better than most, no doubt. It's pretty damn awesome.
Oh, this is the part where he has to start figuring out where to find fingerprints at, and eventually it leads him to realize that he took the gloves off to touch their eyes. So they have to get a fingerprint off of an eye.
This is also the only thing that gives us the fact that Hannibal Lecter had hurt him previously. That, and you get a glimpse of his scar when he's on the beach with his kid. But
By
they
the
should have
way,
given us the whole scene like they did in the other movie.
do you know who that is, Joe?
That's not Sean Austin, is it? No, it's not.
No.
Okay, go. I don't know who it is.
That is Stephen Lang
Really?
in one of his earlier roles. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Stephen
that's right.
Lang.
His hair's done up in a pompadour type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he
okay.
plays an asshole really
Yes.
well.
Yes. Is he the reporter?
Yeah,
It's been a while since I saw this. Yeah.
He's the reporter from the National Tattler.
Right. The Tattler. I always loved that
Yeah.
friggin'. The guy works for the Inquirer. Come on, guys. Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to this. Deep thunder roared. No, it's rolled. Deep thunder rolled round their shores, burning with the fires of Orc. And that's only part of it. That's actually Blade Runner. If you want to say it correctly, it's deep thunder rolled around their shores, indignant burning with the fires of Orc, is William Blake. The tattoo clearly indicates that Francis is Red Dragon. Yeah. Yeah, because while The Silence of the Lambs is a psychological thriller, this movie is a detective story. Very much so. It's still an action thriller, but it is a lot more of a neo-noir film. Now, I like that both versions of this story begin with his back to, Lecter's back to Will and speaking. And I'm sorry, I love Cox in this scene. But Anthony Hopkins' delivery is fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Fascinating how Will Graham. Oh wait, I didn't finish this one. Freeze by. Oh, the song, yeah, at the end, yeah, it's really good. I heard the soundtrack of Manhunter where the slow-mo scene and unsuspecting jogger comes up. That is a great fucking soundtrack, and I really do like it. Stephen Lang is the annoying guy with the jacket, the blue shirt. Yeah, he's a fucking dick.
I thought Stephen Lang was taller, to be honest.
No, he's not very. He's average height. One of his best roles is in Tombstone.
Yeah, the cowardly cowboy.
Yeah, the real person. I can't think of his name right now. You know, Stephen Lang is known for Avatar, Don't Breathe, and Last Exit to Brooklyn.
And now
three movies.
Isutu.
I've seen only one of them. Don't Breathe. Avatar is crap. Last Exit to Brooklyn, I've just never seen. What he's known for is fucking Tombstone, bitch.
Right.
That's what he's famous for. He's playing that fucking guy, one of the cowboys. I can't think of his name. Him and his brother. Need to buy me some atrocious aftershave.
Oh,
No,
No,
that's
Hannibal
not how you do it. You get it for Christmas.
I know.
Yeah,
who you're talking about. I
it
can't
doesn't
remember the-
matter which version you watch. Hannibal Lecter, whether portrayed by this gentleman, I'm not going to fucking say his name anymore because it's just going to get chuckles.
Brian. Just say Brian.
Brian. Just call him
I'm
Brian.
really wanting to dig into this movie. I don't know the man. So I love his films. I love his work, but I'm just not going to keep doing that. So anyway, he was great in this role, but Anthony Hopkins, fuck it, he did it better.
Yes. I attribute it to writing.
I
Because
was fixing to say, man, the
No, I told you.
Silence of the
I
Lambs is
Don't
one of
agree.
the.
I
one of
don't
the-
agree.
No,
No.
wait, but I didn't finish my point. I'm not saying that it's bad writing. I'm saying Mann modified the source material, and then you can see, for example, another example of characters that are not as in the books, but fit the way this script is written.
Thanks,
Is
Enron.
Jack Crawford. Farina played this version of Crawford perfectly, but Scott Glenn played Jack Crawford as Jack Crawford is in the books. So I would say, again, the discrepancies in which the characters act or behave, I attribute them to the script.
This is Collect Slasher Fred because Thomas Harris didn't write a sequel until he wrote Hannibal Rising, and which I did not really think was all that great. And the movie was even worse. But I do like the three books, the three main books. I love Red Dragon. I love Silence of the Lambs. And I actually really enjoyed what he did with Hannibal. But with Hannibal, I want to point out Thomas Harris resented the fans he got from audiences of the movie. He resented it. I don't know why. That's insane. That's insane. But he resented it. So he resented it. There's no explaining it. He just did. He resented it.
He resented them how?
That they became fans of his because of the fucking movie. He didn't like that. So what he did next was he undermined the fan base by writing Hannibal. And when he wrote Hannibal in the book, it's different than what they did in the movie. In that when Clarice consumed some of her boss's brain, she enjoyed it in the book. And she kind of wanted to go off with him.
Yeah, I remember my wife is a big fan of the books, and she told me that when we saw it.
It's fucking, I prefer the film over the book.
Yeah.
Because he was being a fucking cock hunter for doing that.
When I watched that movie, I almost walked out. The only reason why I didn't is because my wife was with me.
I don't understand why. Well, I could see why. I said, oh, so I gave you the book and you didn't adore me for that, but you saw the movie and then you love the movie. But let me tell you, Silence of the Lamb has to be the best book adaptation I have ever seen, because I for years watched the movie. When I finally got to read the book, I said, oh my God, there's only like 1 or 2, 3 paragraphs that are not in the movie. The rest is all is in there.
Well,
and
it's probably just creative jealousy, man. That's probably all.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. Oh, no, not my book, but but the movie. Oh, okay. I will make you pay.
Right. Now, what I liked about Hannibal, the movie, was they left some of the important stuff in there from the book that I liked, like the character Potsy, the detective, played by the same actor that was in Casino Royale. And in the second one, something of Solstice.
Quantum of Solace, my brother.
Yeah. And
that movie you like and I don't. Yeah.
Are in heat. But basically, what I liked about Hannibal, the movie, first of all, the story behind it, because what's her name didn't want to come back to play Clarice because she didn't like the darkness of the script. and the director, what is his name? Demi? No, what is it? What is
Jonathan Demme. You got it correct.
It is Jonathan Demme.
Yes.
Demme didn't want to do it because it was too violent and too dark, and he wanted no part in that. He doesn't consider Silence of the Lambs a horror film. It kind of is, buddy. I'm sorry to tell you.
I hate to tell you, he made a horror movie. Yeah.
It's a slasher / cannibalism movie. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But anyway, Hannibal, what I liked about it was that Ridley Scott got offered it and said no. And the reasoning for it, and I need to look this up real quick because I forget what movie he did right before Hannibal. As a director, I got to go look it up real quick because it makes this story funny to me that he didn't understand when he got offered this movie, Hannibal. I really fucking hate IMDb, but it's the only place to go, man. It really
Gambit
fucking
loves it.
is.
Gambit
Fuck,
doesn't
man.
hate it. Let me
It
tell you
makes
that.
that you have to, because you automatically open on Ridley Scott and it presumes that I'm looking for him as a producer first. So it loads his producer shit first. I'm like, fuck off. No, director, you dumbass. So what was that? 2004? I think he did that. Hannibal, 2001. Okay. So the film he did before that was Gladiator. Okay, that was it. So here's the story. Michael Dealey comes to him and says, hey, man, we got this script they want you to read. It's called Hannibal. And he's like, I just did an epic historical movie, Gladiator. Why would I want to do the story of Hannibal? And Michael Dealey had to explain to him, no, this is
Hannibal
not about
Lecter.
Hannibal crossing the Alps. This is a movie about Hannibal, the serial killer. And he goes, oh. And so he read the script. And he wanted to do it. And he came at it with a whole new direction. And one of the things that blew me away when I saw the movie was that Gary Oldman's in it. And I kept looking for him. I couldn't find him. And then I read a magazine that he was the fucked up looking dude that he carved up his face. And I'm
his
like,
voice is
well, the way he
unmistakable.
talked, once I knew it was him, I couldn't unhear it. But when I heard him doing it, I just saw the face. It just was like, I wonder who's doing that. I'm having a friend for dinner is the best ending of a movie ever.
Oh, isn't it though? I don't know. There's, you know what? There's one that's close to me, and it's just me and my personal opinion. Sam Raimi's Darkman, when Bruce Campbell puts on the mask and walks. The only part Bruce Campbell's in, he puts on the mask so she won't recognize him. And he walks away. He says, I'm everyone. I'm no one. I'm Darkman. I love the end of that movie. I don't know why. I just do. I dig it.
I think
But yes,
it's
I'm
a
having
better
fun
line.
for dinner is
them.
awesome.
I
Yeah.
dare them to reboot it and cast a black guy.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
I'm Darkman. Wait, what?
Don't give them ideas. please.
we have a duel of titans here. Read by Nature says to Gambit, you barely adopted IMDb. I was born in it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's great.
I was born in it.
Now, Graham is going to do some intuitive forensics around the woods. He's trying to get into the head of the killer, and so he knows that he's been watching them. And he finds a Mars bar wrapper and then the carving. It's an I Ching symbol, as I recall, right?
No, I know that it is using Mahjong, but exactly what it is, I can't recall.
Now, I do like the symbol, and it kind of reminded me of the symbol on the chest of Hinckley in Greatest American Hero.
Great American Hero.
Yeah. He's going to work out how. Yeah.
No. When
Until I saw Gambit's posts here, I didn't understand how to follow the story in a movie. Thank you, Gambit.
Now, if you look at this movie from a certain point of view, this movie is how a cautionary tale against method acting, because you see how trying to get into the mind of the killer can fuck you up.
Well, it's not quite like it's Dune, where in '84 when they made it rain at the end of the movie. But I like the film's ending. That's a good way to end a movie. It's not the way to end a book. You can end a book differently than you end a movie. And I like the ending of the film. I thought that worked, buddy. But I appreciate your comment, though, no matter what. Helen Place is here. Helen Place says, hey, guys. Hey, there's a woman here, too.
That's okay. I'm fine with that.
She's just one of the guys, except when I get her alone.
Well, I am the only female podcaster who's been able to stick around for more than 3 years, because I can be just as much a dick as you guys.
Yeah, there's a couple of female friends of mine that are terrified of me, and I don't know why.
I have an idea or two, but okay.
But my jokes can get kind of rough, especially when I poke fun of you, and which is something I do. I do that with people I like. I poke fun of them, and these two are so nervous when they say, we love you, man. You are such a great person. We love hanging out with you. But when we start to interact with you, man, we don't know what you're going to say. And it always catches them off guard. And Anima, on the other hand, it's like water off a duck's ass. She just doesn't really get bothered by it.
I just shit back.
No, Helen Place, I got to tell you, I agree with you. I was teasing you. The fact is I say guys to my friends if they're in a mixed group. And it's sort of like German, okay? Because in German, friend is gender specific. It is Freund when it's a male friend, Freundin when it's a female. But if there's a female in with a group of men, like even an even balanced number of woman to man, they get called plural Freunds.
Freunde.
I was told it's Freunds.
No, it's Freunde. It's an E in the end, not an S.
Gambit, that's a wide spectrum there. Thai, Chinese, or Japanese. Interesting.
Either way it goes, it doesn't end with an N. Hence the feminine. The symbol is supposedly either Thai. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Is like what did I say? The Tai Chi, the not Tai Chi, the Tai Ching. Isn't it one of the symbols used in Tai Ching?
I know it is Chinese, but I know that the Chinese and Japanese can share some ideograms.
They share some, yeah, that's true.
So I am not sure what is exactly the root.
Well, I'm just going to look up because it's not understanding what I'm asking it. It's Brave. They're kind of the retarded cousin of Google.
Never use Brave when you look up stuff.
Well, we're in Brave. So the iconic symbol associated with them. What? Oh, my God.
Ask a pilot.
This is the problem. I say Manhunter and they think Martian Manhunter. That's how stupid they are.
You have to give it the year of the movie.
Central motif. Now I got to get even more carved.
Well, you've read too many comic books, man. They think you're talking about the Martian Man.
That's not even a word. Those words don't belong together. Too many comics. There's no such thing.
How is that possible, right? Yeah.
Whatever. The carved symbol of Manhunter is a whittled design on a tree at the Birmingham crime scene, interpreted as a red dragon by FBI profiler Will Gray. The symbol is later revealed to be the lucky sign from Mahjong. That's it, Mahjong. Not Tai
Yeah,
Chi, but Mahjong.
I know it's used on Mahjong cards because I play Mahjong, but I have seen it used.
Satanist.
I have seen it used in other contexts. I just don't know what it means.
If you read Mahjong, you're fucking evil.
I do not read Mahjong. I play Mahjong because it's a card game. Well, a
Oh,
type.
even worse, Satanist.
You're not winning
Most-
here, Martin. You're not winning.
Hannibal have a connection to Alfred
I'm not
Hitchcock.
competing.
Julianne Moore was in the remake of Psycho. Oh my God, don't even. Slasher, don't ever bring that movie up in this. Gus Van Sant can go fucking eat an egg. I'm not going to say suck a dick because he would. He's gay if you didn't know that. Was in the remake,
but it has
my
been
God.
Bone.
Hitchcock in the movie about the making of Psycho, which is actually kind of a halfway decent film, but absolutely full of shit on a lot of things. I saw both films about Hitchcock, and it was the one I thought was more fun, but it's full of shit. I assumed they removed it for legal stuff. The Chinese, Japanese, although actually the Japanese took their alphabet from China, but they don't call the symbols the same things. The alphabet from Japan was taken from China.
Yeah.
And now you know. We got that video. Look at
My God, Stephen Lang is almost unrecognizable in this movie.
Yeah, with that fucking hairdo.
Yeah.
And smacking the gum all the time. I'm like, holy shit.
And that mixture of excess of caffeine and cocaine at the same time.
Cocaine and caffeine, yeah. He's snarky and smarmy at the same time. Like, in a way that when you meet someone like that, you immediately want to punch them right in their fucking face. Your instinct is just to punch them, because nobody should walk around like that.
Welcome to Social Behavior with Gary.
Weird thought to think what Hitchcock would have made of the Hannibal Lecter movie. I got to be honest, I think he would have liked it. I know he would have liked the first film, and I think he would have enjoyed the second film. I'm not sure he would have liked the prequel. I mean, it didn't fare well with critics either. But I thought it was a really good film because it stuck to the source material pretty well. Caffeine and Coke sounds like the 80s Hollywood writers' room. Goddamn right.
Caffeine, Coke, and smokes.
That's why this movie is so great.
This movie is so fucking 1980s.
Yeah.
Can we mention
the
music, dude?
The soundtrack to this movie is so 80s, and I
It's
fucking love the
awesome.
music for this film. And in fact, there is a copy of it on YouTube. Let me go get it for you guys real quick. I think I just added it to my personal playlist. So let me go to my YouTube channel. I mean, it's on the Pop Culture Minefield one. Yeah, I'm just going to go to Pop because it's right there at the top on Pop Culture Minefield. Here you guys go. You want to check out the soundtrack by itself. This is the way to do it. Manhunter soundtrack. And there you go. Enter, and then I'll put it in the private chat for you guys. There you go. It's a great soundtrack. And I love these shots of these buildings because I grew up from age 8 into adulthood in this area. And I spent a lot of time in the DC area, a lot, like way too much. Every weekend at the Smithsonian, every weekend. And then during the summer, Jim Woodward, Annie, Bill, Mike Beatty and I would regularly go together to DC at least once a month. Little road trip to go up there and visit all the museums and hang out on the mall. And the mall there isn't a place where they have a bunch of stores. The mall is the lawn from the front of the Capitol building all the way to the front of the Lincoln Memorial. That is called the mall, the National Mall. And now between Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial is the reflecting pool, but that's still part of the mall. And I got to tell you, man, when the trees blossom, beautiful place to go to, DC.
Known for late 60s, early 70s protest rallies, and on your left in the MCU.
Yep.
On your left.
The jogger runs pretty fast in slow motion. That's pretty funny, actually, if you think about it. It's like, the jogger is running in slow motion. Isn't jogging slow motion? Oh, they went it slower. It wasn't slow enough. I love this scene where he says, "You owe me all."
All, yeah.
And I'm telling you, man, this guy can fucking act.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen Lang's an incredible fucking actor. He looks so fucking terrified. Like, most guys can't pull off terrified. Fucking Lang looks like he's gonna piss his fucking pants.
That scene is so intense. How he asks him, he tells him the people in the video at the time, and then, do you see? He always asks that. It's so creepy.
I think Philip Seymour Hoffman really did piss his pants.
Oh, he really pulls off the terrified here.
You might find things like hiragana, kanji, and katana, or the Hepburn version of Japanese, the romanticization. I'm not sure.
I have no idea what he's telling us.
I don't know either. Was there something before that? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Read by nature, the kanji part. Okay. All right. They're having a conversation. Supposedly, as some people say. I've heard supposedly and supposedly, and I just want to slap them when they do it. It's like, it's from the word supposed or supposed. Supposedly is the word.
Yeah, but you know, people say and write suppose all the time and leave out the D. It just drives me up a wall too.
Shriekback's Evaporation from 1983. Hi, Vinkman's girl. And
Hi,
Parrot's here
Vinkman.
too. What's up, Parrot?
Parrot head.
It's read by nature, read by nature. Yeah, you got your own theme song now, buddy.
Look out.
Every hero should have a theme song.
Their own theme song. Yeah.
Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously.
That is weird.
Well, that's a thing for elocution.
Mm.
It's used for elocution. Moses supposes his toes are roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. Reed says, I'll file the copyright. Yeah, the theme should go like Speed Racer. Read by nature, read by nature, read by nature, yeah. There you go. That's your theme. Copy that and copyright it.
There it is.
Because Hollywood was the equivalent of a postmodern world gone mad cinematically in the 1980s. Well, what I loved about it was that this is a few years after the death of Hollywood, the studio system. So the 70s was still a mishmash of studio films trying to find its place. And indie films really got some great traction in the 80s. But I mean, in the 70s. But when the 80s hit, man, horror and science fiction found its stride.
Yep.
That's why I tell people the best horror of the last 40 years is from the 80s. Very rarely will I pick older or newer films. Because the 90s, they kind of almost killed Hollywood. It became so fucking, what's the word? Homogenized.
Gone.
Hey, there's a name that you shouldn't call Ghostbusters if they ever race flip it. Spooks.
Yeah.
That would not go over well.
Nope.
There would be calls for racism. I'm telling you.
Hello.
Hollywood's stupid enough they would do it. Oh shit, the Tooth Fairy becomes a monster to whoever he touches.
Not to whoever. The blind girl falls in love with him.
Yeah, he was getting ready to slice her and dice her with a piece of
That's why he
Because-
used the picture, isn't
because
it? Because he's trying to kill that side of himself, really.
Yeah,
Because
which
he
is
found
why I
somebody he
prefer
digs.
they show the moment, and I love that they did that when he went into the art museum and ate the painting,
Mm-hmm.
the original painting.
Mhm.
He tears it up and eats it, and it's a watercolor, and that's him trying to suppress the red dragon, and because he doesn't want to hurt her.
Right.
But I got to tell you too, the other thing I like in this version is the light coming up from behind them, below them, and behind them in the
Mhm.
doorway when he's reaching to grab the eyelash. I'm going to tell you right now, unless you're intimate with a woman, you don't fucking pull an eyelash off her eyelashes. You don't do that unless you're close. Only good close friends do that. And I just thought that was weird that he did that. And so kind of he deserved to get his ass beat no matter what for doing that. But no, Dollar Hyde's got his own way of handling things. He fucking murdered the shit out of him. I also love how he tears the fucking paneling off the top of the dash with his fingers.
That was some pissed off dude there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pure rage. He's a scary dude, man, Dollar Hyde. I like the other version because we get to know more about him, including showing him as a child and seeing how fucked up things were.
You get no
And-
explanation really in this one as to why he's so fucked up.
Well, Matt said that he didn't want to expose too much of Hannibal because he said it was so intense that the
Hannibal or Dollar Hyde?
Hannibal.
Oh,
He
we're
said
talking
that-
about Dollar Hyde.
yeah, but let me get to the
Okay,
point.
all right.
That Hannibal was so intense that the less of film were shown to the audience, the better. Maybe, and it's just a fuck. My vocabulary is leaving me. But I think maybe he applies the same treatment to Dollar Hyde, since that Dollar Hyde is that intense of a character. The less you know about him, the frighter he become.
Whereas I actually want to know more about why.
Yeah.
Because that's also what the police should be looking for is what's his driving force. You kind of need that to really do what Will does. You know, you got to get into his past. And that's why the writing in that part for Red Dragon, the movie, is superior to this one because you get more of that stuff for him to dig into and find out because that's what he uses against him later. In this movie, he sees it written down in a book. You know, this, what do you call them? With the things where you put photos and stuff into
Album?
Scrapbook.
Thank you. It's a scrapbook.
Yeah.
And whereas in the newer film, it uses the actual scenes to show you. And he figures this shit out. He's the one who finds this stuff out. Will does about Dollar Hyde. And what just happened?
I
Oh.
changed.
I gotcha. I figured it out. The Thing must be one of the greatest horror movies ever. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is my number 2 favorite film of all time. Number 1. You guys have heard me quote this like so many times. I never get tired of it, though. You guys might.
Yeah, I have noticed.
Blade Runner, number 1. Number 2, The Thing. Number 3, Escape from New York. Number 4, Big Trouble in Little. Oh no, is Duelist, and number 5 is Big Trouble in Little China. So
one might say that you are.
Yeah, what you're about to
John
say.
Carpenter freak. Yeah,
I'm a John Carpenter, Ridley Scott fan, and yet I'm also one of the most critical people when it comes to both of them, especially Ridley, because Ridley is not really a director. He's a cinematographer. His brother Tony was the better director as far as doing the actual work of a director. In fact, Ridley has a tendency of derailing his own projects and leaving important things on the floor while he has his crazy ideas that he wants to run through that aren't in the script. When Ridley makes the movie based off the script and doesn't fuck with the script, his movies are great. When he starts fudging around, there are problems because he's terrible. He doesn't understand story structure. He doesn't understand irony at all. Proof of that is Black Hawk Down.
Like what?
Yeah.
I say it correctly, so you can't make that joke. And I don't say it like Keith, where he says Black Hawk Down. You know, he has that where it drags it together. I say Black Hawk Down. And I do it just for that reason. I learned to enunciate when I say that title so it doesn't get really fucking weird. But
man,
you got a movie
just
called,
explaining it just made it weird.
It's Black Hawk Down, subtitle, Leave No Man Behind. Look on the poster. That's not
dude,
a tagline.
I had to go back to
that
this.
is a subtitle to the film, the way they have it in there. It's part of the logo. So, what does he do at the end of the movie? He leaves a man behind.
But
leaving a man behind.
Pilot. He left the
got
pilot.
rescued
Durant.
he got.
Are you guys hearing me when I say the guy? I'm saying the guy's name. Are you guys hearing me say it? Okay, because when you talk over me, I don't know if anybody can hear me. So he left Durant behind at the end of the movie, and then tells us in text that he was eventually brought home. It's like,
yeah. You don't do that. You show
that, Ridley. Here you go,
Yeah.
Ridley. Also, by doing that, you became ironic because you left the guy behind.
He wouldn't know
Ironic or
irony if
moronic?
you jumped at him in the shower naked.
The thing
I stop it here because how villainous of the 80s are those sunglasses?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Straight up Terminator
definitely.
gargoyles. Yep.
Okay, so let me get into this. The critics were fucking idiots. And they usually are. I got to be honest. They really don't understand the film they're watching a lot. They're judging this film off other films, which you should never do. You should understand the story that you're watching. They didn't. Roger Ebert, Siskel and Ebert didn't fucking get the thing. And they called it gore porn. That's Siskel. Gene Siskel called it gore porn. Fuck both those guys. You know, The Thing is adapted from a book, and there's a lot of that fucking novella in that movie.
I was fixing to say, John
you.
Carpenter went back to the source material because the
I don't
50s version, it was a plant monster that grew back limbs. You know?
It's a
I
carrot.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know from what critic I heard this, but I heard something very akin to that, the gore porn about the Silence of the Lamb.
Well, they started this shit because of The Thing. The Thing was the one that got labeled with gore porn first, and it became part of the zeitgeist. And so, yeah, any movie that gets gory is going to get that. It's gore porn. It's for people who like gore. It's like, go fuck yourself.
By the way, we have this guy here, and for him,
Hey, Tim.
I have where is it? Oh, I have this one.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
Tim?
Oh, you doctored it. I like it.
It's good stuff. I am so sore, guys.
Why?
Well, they were
played
both
8
released
holes
at the
of
same
Frisbee golf
time.
yesterday, so.
Okay. Blade Runner and The Thing were released the same month, 1982. And they both were killed at the box office by the same movie called E.T.
Okay, I know you love Blade Runner and the other one and the thing, but can't we focus on this one because I really like this movie?
Yeah, Gambit just wants to derail, I think. Because he knows when he throws Blade Runner out, Gary keeps going on about that one.
And he hasn't mentioned Querelle yet. Oops, sorry.
You did it.
Man.
The girl playing this part seems to me she was a pretty good actress before it was all over with, right?
Well, she prepared
Well,
thoroughly. She went
name
for a
is Joan
school for
Allen,
blind
and
people.
Okay, I'm waiting. Is everybody okay? I can talk now. Okay, Joan Allen is her name. She's been in quite a few films. In fact, she was in a film directed by someone who's been on this channel a few times. A little film called The Contender, directed by Rod Lurie and written by Rod Lurie. It's got Gary Oldman, Joan Allen, and Jeff Bridges. It's a very good film. And that film is pretty much the one that put her out there, made her a little better known.
I thought I recognized her. Yeah, she's in a movie called The Contender that I really dig, dude. That's a good one.
That's the one I just mentioned.
Yeah.
I was just talking about it. Rod Lurie directed it.
Mm-hmm.
And Rod Lurie's been a guest on our channel 3 times.
Wow. That's cool.
This tiger is real. The person playing the vet is a real vet. And they put the tiger under for like 40 minutes and told him exactly how to act around it. But at some point, the tiger had a twitch with his tail, and everybody left the room very quickly. I think it was Dante who told that story, that he had never seen a room evacuate so fast because the tiger twitched. And yes, their eyes are open.
Man, that is a golden opportunity to hug a freaking tiger without it.
Right? I'm so jealous of her. I mean, it's a giant, fluffy kitty
Joe,
cat.
Yeah, kitty cat. Okay. Yeah. No, Joe. She was on 2 of the Bourne Identity movies, the second and the third one.
Show enough, Shogun.
So a while back, I was trying to talk about the cinematographer and some of the things he did. I got a few things out, and then we side railed. So I would like to get back to that because Spinati, no, don't give a shit. I just want to be able to finish stuff that I'm talking about without being stopped. So anyway, Spinati went in and did something for this director because he wanted specific looks with color for this film. And one of them, like when he's alone with his wife at the beach house during the nighttime, that he wanted that to look so blue. And so Spinati went and put clear gels on every window so that the room was changed to the color of blue. And it's really cool looking. Also, the whole thing with the green lights here, because every single character and major scene has its own color combination in it. And this is all in Michael Mann's head. He didn't know how to do it, so he turned to Spinati to do it for him. And so Spinati is like a really good fucking cinematographer. And he's worked on some great films, and he's worked with Michael Mann multiple times. and he's still working, by the way. He's not dead. It's so good to hear that like talented people from the 80s are not dead yet. And he's one of them. He did the Last of the Mohicans. He did Heat. He did the movie The Insider. And he also did LA Confidential, not a Michael Mann film. And I love that film. He worked for Marvel. He did Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm sure some of you guys saw that one. He did the terrible movie Hercules with what's his name? The Rock. He did Public Enemies, which is a weird movie by Michael Mann. Has anybody seen that one? Have you guys seen that one? Public Enemies?
Yes, absolutely.
Where Johnny Depp plays Dillinger, or Dillinger was actually his name, but he changed it to Dillinger because the FBI called him that. Worked on some great films. He did some weird films too, like X-Men Last Stand. Let's see. He, of course, lit Red Dragon, which is odd because he's the director of photography for both Manhunter and Red Dragon. It's the same fucking DP. He did two versions of the same movie. He was the director of photography in one of my favorite Christmas films, The Family Man, with Nick Cage. And let me see if there's another one. Oh, God, yeah, this is a weird one. Because Sam Raimi is a weird director. He has his own ideas how things should look. But he got to work with Sam Raimi with The Quick and the Dead. So even though those are typical Sam Raimi shots, it's actually somebody else doing it for him. And you gotta appreciate that. Spinotti's a very good guy, man, when it comes to doing his work.
And he does a lot of camera work too. Like he's actually behind the camera and not just directing. I like that. He's a very hands-on guy when you listen to his interviews. He's 82, by the way. I just looked up how old he is.
And he's still working, and I love it.
Yep.
I'm looking at some of the foreign films he did before he came to America. That's really cool.
Well, he said he did Italian TV before.
Yeah, it's almost all that's here is Italian. I'm looking at all the Italian stuff.
You mentioned Public Enemies. When I took my bunch to go see it, my stepson had to leave the film for a little bit because the Tommy gun fire was freaking him out. He was just back from Iraq when that movie came out, and
I get that.
It's pretty realistic. If you've seen that movie, the sound in it's real and everything. It's really good. But
really,
yeah,
Steven
he had to leave the
Spielberg.
theater for a minute. Yeah,
Steven Spielberg is the guy who started pushing for more realistic gunfire in movies.
Yeah,
and he would actually fire just for the microphones. You'll see it if you ever watch the making of Raiders of the Lost Ark for the bar fight scene there in Nepal. He's standing off camera with the Thompson, firing it into the air so you can get that sound of the Thompson machine gun.
Well, if you know anything about gunfire, an AK has nothing on a Tommy gun. That is a huge weapon. Yeah, it was pretty loud.
Yeah, Tommy gun is a fucking 45.
Yeah,
it's like huge. The 1911 Colt 45 is one of the most powerful handguns. People go 44 Magnum, 357. Those are more powerful. It's like, no, you don't understand. This is a subsonic round, and it's big. It's almost 50 caliber, and it is so big and it's fired so slowly. It is the one pistol that if you shoot somebody with it, they will fly backward or spin.
Doesn't matter where you hit them, they're going down. Yeah,
it's specifically designed for that.
Yeah.
The 1911 came about because of the shit going on with the Moros over in the Philippines. And in the Philippines, these guys would jump out of trees with a machete tied or taped into their hands, and they would get shot coming down, but they would still land on a person or a couple people and kill them. And so the Army and Marines wanted a gun that would spin these guys, flip them. And so the Colt 45 was created, but sadly, it was never made available to them in the Philippines. It would be used later for World War I and World War II.
We were still carrying them as MPs when I was in from 83.
I
to
carried
86.
one.
They were about to switch to the 9 right before I got out. Yeah.
I carried a 45, and then I got my sergeant because he wanted me to carry an assault rifle. And I said, I won't carry an M16, but if you get me a Colt Commando, I'll carry that. If you guys don't know what that is, it's the precursor to the M4. It is the short stock M16 that Willem Dafoe carries in Platoon. That's the Colt Commando. And it's a beautiful fucking weapon. Beautiful weapon. And my sergeant got it for me. He got it for me. So I carried one.
That's awesome.
Yep. It's the only way I would carry an assault weapon.
Did you pause me for a reason, Gary?
Well, it's not paused now. And I was getting ready to say why I did it. And now I'm not gonna. That's like the 5th time this show I've been stopped. Instead of nerve-frying action that you should get, you get a lot of clinical technobabble about how the latest FBI technology works in criminology lab. Rex Reed further. Yeah, Rex Reed. Look, there's an F word I won't use that I would call him. Joe knows which one. But I'm not going to say it on the show.
I feel you.
Yeah, those comments screams that F word. Tell me you're an F word without saying the F word. Read Rex Reed.
I never did like his critiques at all. Never did.
He's my least favorite fucking film critic. That's why I thought it was so funny that he's in Superman back in 78. Like, what the fuck? Who gives a shit about that guy? They should have got Gene Shalit.
Right.
Who doesn't like Gene Shalit? The way he talked. You're going to talk about a movie. That big fucking Luigi fucking mustache that he always had. Gene Shalit.
Yeah.
Crazy fucking angry eyebrows and crazy fucking black hair. Like, good God. What
Definitely
a schnoz.
fan of Albert Einstein. Yep.
Oh, yeah. What Albert Einstein would look like if he had dyed his hair and mustache black.
Yeah.
Hey, parrot head nose. Yeah, right on the nose. Look at that. A bundle of sticks.
That too, yeah. It's mostly used for cigarette, though.
What I really like about Will's reactions to Hannibal in this is he really fucking doesn't want to be there. And I don't think it's even what happened between them. He has a hatred for him.
We should have gotten that scene that the other movie has at the beginning that shows when Hannibal attacks him. That would make so much more sense.
It's the one thing I felt they needed to show the attack, why he is the way he is.
Mm-hmm. Why he doesn't want to be around this guy.
Hint, the sweetbreads.
Right? The sweetbreads.
Yeah.
Wow. That whole thing was disturbing.
I like in the other movie when that reporter guy bugs him about giving him info and how did you catch that guy? And he just turns around because he isn't having it anymore and says, I let him kill me. Yeah. And the reporter stands there like, what?
And there's the other one, Anima. You know this one.
British cigarette. There it is.
I said that. It's mostly used as a slang word for cigarette.
Well, first of all, yes, it's got a sumptuous soundtrack. When I like a soundtrack because it blends almost like a food to the movie, it's Jerry Goldsmith has a tendency of doing that. There's a couple of films like that from Jerry Goldsmith. And I love his soundtrack in the film, but I also like the film.
Has the Chief done that show on his show? Has he done LA Confidential? Yeah.
Yeah.
He should.
So I do believe so. Didn't he, Martin?
Yeah. You just said he did. So it would be.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah. It is you're right, Gary. It is a great movie, man. That movie is awesome.
it's the middle word that annoys me about him as a critic. Not the negative and not the critics. It's elitist.
Elitist. That's the one that screams Rex Reed right there.
Rex Reed. He only won one Oscar, sadly, for The Omen. I know. Great fucking soundtrack. He basically took a certain element from the Carmina Burana and turned it into a fucking horror film score.
Yep, he did LA Confidential 2 years ago.
Yeah. I loved how you had 3 different types of cops, man, in that movie. You had oh God, what is his name? Mr. Gladiator. I'm having a senior moment.
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe as the tough guy cop, and then you had Guy Pearce. He was the internal affairs type.
Internal
right?
affairs type.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you had the Hollywood cop, right? You had Kevin Spacey. He was the guy looking for all the headlines and stuff, man. Yeah. I thought that was cool as shit. I loved it.
And then you had a dirty cop
Uh-huh.
played by their captain.
Mhm.
Me boyo, as he says.
Yeah, me boyo. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
just
And
totally threw me for a loop. I did not even see it coming. I'm not. In case you haven't seen it,
this is not in the book, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
This was in the movie, which pissed off Elroy, the writer, that they changed it, or they put this in the film. Is Rollo Tomasi? Is not from the book. That was created just for the movie, and I fucking love that because that's how he gives away he's a dirty cop and he's the one who killed Kevin Spacey.
Right.
Because he the next morning at their briefing, he says, we're looking for a guy named Rollo Tomasi. And both Crowe and what's his name? Both Aussie actors look up like, wait, what? Did he just say?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even see it coming, Gary. When I watched that movie the first time, I was like, oh shit, did he just do that? I had the same reaction Kevin Spacey had in that movie. You know?
Yeah. I love that though. He fucked him by telling him Rollo Tomasi.
Yep. Yeah, he did. Oh yeah. That was the code word, right? Yeah. The way they set up Guy Pearce with the chick though. Oh man. Yeah. Oh. That's like watching a train wreck. You know what's coming. You knew Crowe was going to take a piece of that dude, right?
Yeah, it's like Russell Crowe is this guy that he believes that the rule book is a guideline.
Yeah.
Whereas Guy Pearce is the guy that's by the book. So much so that he becomes an asshole for it.
Yeah. But one thing you don't do to in front of Russell Crowe's character, don't hit a woman. Ooh, man. You'd be in
I
trouble.
wonder if he gave it a good review. I can't remember if he gave Superman a good review and he's in it.
Right?
You should have, because otherwise that's shitting your own bed.
Right.
Sabotaging a movie you're in.
Bud White on the Rampage. I don't know what is that referencing? I don't know.
Bud White, that's Russell Crowe's character in LA Confidential.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember his name at all. I don't remember any of their names. The Kevin Spacey character is almost like, and if I'm correct, it's the cop who actually like worked with Jack Webb a lot, the real cop, and I think that's who his character was supposed to be based off of.
Right.
Okay, this is where he starts piecing it together. Like, you knew there was a dog. You knew about the leash. You knew about, and you brought bolt cutters with you for the lock. You knew about the lock. How did you know about the lock? And then he realizes, oh shit, the videos I'm watching you've seen.
Yeah.
And back then, they didn't really, not many people had video cameras. What they would do is they would send in their Super 8 and Super 16 films into the labs and then have them copied to video.
That's what my dad did. He had a Super 8.
I still have one Super 8. I don't think that thing works. But the
Oh,
camera
I'm pretty sure he
exists.
still has this. But when my brothers and I were little, he didn't just take photos, he filmed us too.
It's the scene with, I'm talking about the other character played by, fuck, I don't want to talk about that fucking movie in here. We can talk about that some other time. It's Guy Pearce's character because he's the one who told the story. Yeah, send it to me, dude.
Sometimes I really hate the filter.
And he sent a dick pic. Oh, Tim, stop it.
Right? Quit that.
Let's see. Let Superman fly. Okay. Goodbye, Star Wars. Hello, Superman. And while you're at it, you might as well forget about Jaws and Close Encounters too, because if my instinct prevails and my hunch is correct, this one will outgross them all as the phony, horrible, and insulting madness they call Christmas move in for the kill. I cannot think of a more uplifting way to escape the commercial hysteria of it all than to let 2.5 hours of this. You know, you don't have to say 1/2. You can actually say 2.5. Oh, anyway, people that go and write the one in there, it's always been weird to me since I was a kid.
It is
hours
weird.
Of this enchanting entertainment, fly you to the moon and back. Oh, so he fucking liked it. I mean, he almost sounds light in his loafers here in his review, which I guess makes sense because it's Rex Reed. I bet you he liked Christopher Reeve looking at him. Drinking game. Take a shot every time Russell Crowe beats the piss out of someone in LA Confidential.
Oh, shit. You'd be drunk by the end of that movie.
You're done. Yeah, that's acute alcohol poisoning. That's acute alcohol poisoning.
Yes.
Give the like button a pat on the cheek. Which cheek? These? Or
Not
this?
that one, Gary. We all know what cheek you would pat.
Goddamn right. Especially with you. Hey, look. I learned a long time ago, self-abuse is the most sincerest kind. By the way, for those of you who don't know, self-abuse is another term for masturbation.
It was nice to be monetized.
Masturbation isn't a dirty word.
Is it not? I don't know. Nowadays, every word is dirty for YouTube.
No, it's a medical term, technical term.
Dude,
for something.
Freaking YouTube chat censors the emoji of a hammer.
Yeah.
Do it the way Keely Shaw does it. He just puts a line of ducks down there.
Okay. Does anybody else see two giant frog eyes?
Yes. Oh my God.
Does anybody else see the Legion of
Doom?
Of Doom. That was the other one. That's the two things I see: frog's eyes and the Legion of Doom. Rex even said, watching Manhunter, I felt indiscriminately dozed and bored. Oh my God.
Yeah, he could go fuck off.
When a gay man says bored stiff, it means something else.
This movie is great.
It's not even a slow burn.
No, it's not. It has
That's a good
great
movie.
music, it has fantastic acting, and it has a crazy ass action scene in the end. And I mean, stuff like the burning man in the wheelchair. Fuck yeah. That's not boring.
Yeah, fucking Rex Reed. He is just like the opposite of good critic.
I think the
Welcome
burning
to
guy is the
Hating
only
Rex.
murder that we see. I mean, it's a dummy, obviously, but you never see any actual killing.
Nope.
Just that burning dude.
And they had to
And
be
it's a-
careful, man. Just even showing the scene of them in the bedroom with the, clearly going to kill him thing. They had to be careful because, this movie got an R rating for a reason. Because the 80s were full of pussies in Hollywood.
I mean,
That's
you
wonderful.
censor nipples. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Michael Mann really single-handedly put him on the map with this movie.
I'm glad he had a good career and a good life. 74 is a good run.
Man, they've had some good actors play Jack Crawford in these movies, haven't they?
Yeah, the weird part for me was when they did the prequel, they had a different actor.
Yeah,
Like
it was
Crawford.
Harvey Keitel played him. Yeah.
Instead of
Scott
Scott Glenn.
Glenn. Scott Glenn, yeah. Mhm. That was weird.
Especially because Scott Glenn played it to the T. If you read the book,
Yeah.
and see, Silence of the Lamb, you read the book and see and watch the movie. It's perfect. His
Yeah.
interpretation is perfect.
Yeah.
Sheer amount of negativity. It's comical that Rex never reflected on himself. Yeah. Hey, Rex, I'd like you to write a review about the worst critics going. Please include yourself.
I got to look up see who played him in the TV show.
Mm.
Oh, it's
I'm
Mads
sure he was
Mikkelsen. Oh,
No,
Jack
no.
Crawford. No,
Crawford.
that's what's his name? The black actor from Matrix.
Really?
Half
Wasn't
the
he-
cast of Matrix is black.
Lawrence Fishburne. Okay, so another A-lister played him on
Yeah,
the
thanks for
television
not
show.
being racist, Joe. Martin.
What are you talking about? What
Like
did I say that was
the
racist?
main black guy? Not you. Thank you
Oh,
for not being racist.
Oh, not being racist. Okay.
Like
Oh,
half
didn't
the
say the
movie is
main.
black. No,
He's an
no.
He didn't
A-lister.
say
He's
There's
the
an
only
main.
A-lister,
one
man.
main black character in the Matrix.
You
One.
didn't say Maine.
I said Maine.
Yeah, right.
Manhunter is anything but boring or an exercise in style over substance. Absolutely. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne plays Crawford in the series. And Mads Mikkelsen, I love him as
Mads Mikkelsen's awesome. Man. Everything
Hannibal
he
Lecter.
does.
Mads Mikkelsen.
They still have a hope that that show will get picked up so they can finally finish it. Because
That'd be nice.
ending on that cliffhanger,
Don't you hate it when they cancel shows on a cliffhanger?
a
Sucks.
cliffhanger where they literally fell off a cliff.
Oh, ask Gary how much I bitch about cliffhangers in shows that we watch.
Well, that should have taught him. No, never do that again. The ending of every season, you should end in a way that might be a good ending for the series. Don't fucking plan ahead. Just because everybody's stroking your ego, telling you how good you were, there's still a chance they'll cancel you. I
That's
do
how they
like
fucked
this
up
moment right
1899.
here. Oh my God. I'll pause it. So I just wanted to comment on this single frame where
Yeah,
the
please
blood
do it.
comes out from behind him like the devil's wings.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the imagery of that.
That mofo took 44 rounds before falling down.
including
Damn.
one in the upper, right above the knee.
Yeah.
It didn't fall down. I was like, holy shit.
Here's
But
something
yeah.
funny about that scene, because they had him lie on the ground so long because
Oh,
it took them so long to do other stuff that in the end, when he was finally allowed to get up, he couldn't because he was stuck to the floor.
That guy is a bald Bigfoot. That is what it is.
That's the way they portrayed him. That's for sure.
Okay, so I'm going to do one poll for this. And that is for actors who almost played Hannibal in
Wow.
this movie. Start a poll. Now, this poll that I'm doing, I'm going to be asking you guys which one you think would be the better one. And the shock here is one person's name isn't even a fucking actor that almost became Hannibal.
Huh.
And I'm going to make it the first one. And then the second one, this is an actor that Anima loves a lot.
Oh, yeah, I do. And I can see him in that role, too.
I don't know if he could have handled it. He probably would have walked out.
Yeah.
You can handle
Wouldn't
the
have-
truth.
No, he wouldn't have wanted to because he isn't into dark stuff. That's why he left Criminal Minds. But he totally could have played him. Yeah, Rocket Kitty says hi.
Now, I
She's
will tell
boring.
you, on one of these names, you go, oh, but he's a funny guy. And I'm going to tell you, he got his break playing a psycho killer. So here you go. Who do you think would have been a good Hannibal? So these four names are all people who were in the running to play Hannibal Lecter in this movie. So there you go, guys. I just unleashed it on you.
John Lithgow.
Yeah, John Lithgow, Mandy Patinkin, Brian Dennehy, and fucking William Friedkin. The guy that directed The Exorcist, the guy who directed The
Who's
French
not an actor.
Connection. He's not an actor, but he was up for the part. He was one of the people they were considering for the role, Michael Mann.
I don't know how I would have taken that.
I love
But
that
I'm
movie.
not an actor. Yeah, but you incarnate the character so well. What do you mean, motherfucker?
Yeah, so
I don't
Michael
know.
Cimino's Year of the Dragon is a great film, and it should have had the name, but blame Dino De Laurentiis why we got Manhunter instead of Red Dragon. He thought it would sound like a kung fu movie. I'm not fucking kidding. Dino is good at picking movies, terrible at making production decisions. Terrible. He's why we got Conan the Destroyer instead of a proper sequel to Conan the Barbarian with Arnold.
Wow.
Can I say one more thing about this movie? Because I think it's
still
funny.
love Destroyer.
There's
Yeah,
the scene
what?
on the plane where he falls asleep and he has all the photos on his lap and there's a little girl next to him.
Oh,
That's
my
terrifying of
God.
the photos. So they couldn't get permission, however hard they tried, to film on a plane. So what they did, because they had to relocate to Florida anyway, they booked the crew on a plane. They had small camera equipment and sound stuff and just guerrilla filmed the whole thing. And the crew
I like
got,
that.
The cabin crew and the pilots got crew jackets that had Manhunter on the back.
I like
No,
it when
not
films
condemned.
do that shit. I really do. And
love
there's
it.
some movies with big actors in them where they did a lot of guerrilla filming. So
Helen Place. Did you see how was it? The movie with Stallone and Ladgo? Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
So if you don't, if Lithgow doesn't convince you as a villain, watch that one.
Yeah, I think he's a brilliant fucking actor. I hated him in Third Rock to the Sun.
Oh,
That show was so beneath him.
It was.
As an actor.
It was.
One of his early films I fucking loved him in called The World According to Garp. And he was so good in that film. And my God, is the psycho killer in Blowout with Travolta and Nancy Allen. What a fucking character he played. He was scary as shit.
Didn't De Palma make another movie with him? I don't think I've ever seen it, but my brother
it was Raising
Cain.
Raising Cain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Raising Cain was his next horror film where he plays both a sympathetic person with split personality and the other personality is Cain, the killer, the psycho.
Okay.
One half of the personality, I love you, I want to hold you. And the other side of the person is, I'm going to kill you while you're sleeping.
Right. Look out. See, I could their sheer size rules out Lithgow and Dennehy for me.
Yeah, they're too big.
I said Mandy Patinkin. That's who I said. Yeah.
Potemkin's a good actor. I don't know if he. I just immediately think about how he's walked out on so many projects.
He doesn't have a menacing voice,
and he doesn't. He's a real sensitive, soft-spoken guy. So for me, Lithgow is the only way to go, and it seems like the poll has done the same thing. So I'm ending it now, and our poll is 55%. Where'd it go? Why is it not popping up for me?
Watch and learn, boys and girls, and the poll when you're winning.
It is too.
Last time I saw it, it had Lithgow first, William Friedkin second.
Well, Lithgow was one, period.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I think Patinkin and Dennehy had like 11%. I think. There it is. Finally, it popped up. So who do you think would have been a good Hannibal? John Lithgow with 55% is the hands down winner. William Friedkin got 18. Mandy Patinkin got 18. And then Brian Dennehy got 9%.
Dennehy would have been my second, but man, I don't know.
He's a great bad guy.
But he's too intimidating from the get-go. He cannot make a nice face. It's and Hannibal,
first of all,
needs to ensnare you first.
He looks like his head was made in Minecraft. First.
Are you trying to say he has no neck, brother? Is that what you're trying to say?
He is a giant square head, is what I'm saying. His head is a gigantic block.
Well, this is the thing. Doesn't Hannibal have to be a little bit charming? And nothing says charming about Brian Dennehy. He's a great bad guy. Don't get me wrong. He's played a bad guy well.
He's a great, tough, good guy, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, man, no. He's not charming. He's not charming anybody off their feet. No, he's not doing that.
Cox said in an interview that he had to be slightly nasty, so they considered he had to be played by a European. And I'm sitting here listening to that, going like, dude, rude.
And again, another, a Welshman. You had Brian Cox, who was Scottish, and you had Anthony Hopkins, who is Welsh. By the way, since 2000, he's been a proud American.
Where's Mads Mikkelsen from?
Finland? Is it?
I was trying to say, I know he's European.
That name sounds Swedish, but I'm going to look it up.
Maybe, no, that's it. He's Swedish. He's Swedish.
Okay. Hey, Sweden.
Yeah, he's Swede.
Danish, actually.
They're Norwegian Mac. I don't hate Brian Dennehy either. Brian can play just about any kind of character. I like him when he plays characters with a slight comical overtone, like when he plays the part of Finch's dad on Just Shoot Me TV series.
Oh, that's so fun.
He was the best part of Cocoon.
Oh,
he's pretty good.
One of the best parts. I got to tell you, I was very fond of Steve Guttenberg in that movie.
Yeah.
And fucking what's his name? Wilford Brimley is really good in that. He turned 50 while they were making the movie, playing opposite actors and actresses in their fucking 70s.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be like in their same age.
Yeah.
It's just, and they put some shit around his eyes, and I think around the outside of his mouth here, right around the cheeks. They put some makeup to give him some wrinkles. But the fact is like, Brimley just looks fucking old. He's looked old since he was born. I mean, the guy came
That's
out
a hard
going,
movie to find now, dude. That is a hard
the
movie
husband's
to
like, I don't know if that's my son, but whoever he's related to is old.
Dude, I once saw a movie with Charles Bronson and oh my God, the guy who played John Glenn in The Right Stuff. What's his name?
Ed Harris?
Ed Harris. And Ed Harris was a kid, and Charles Bronson was with wrinkles. The fuck? Charles Bronson got born old.
Look, I'm going to tell you something right now. That Charles Bronson was already getting old in the 60s.
I was fixing to say, he came out of the womb 35 years old, didn't he?
Yeah,
Shit.
that dude was 52 years old in 1974 when he played in Death Wish. He became an action hero in his 40s.
Yeah.
And became a full-fledged movie star in 74 with Death Wish at the age of 52. And that guy was playing guys in their 40s or 50s when he was in his 70s. With love interests that were a lot fucking younger than him.
Yeah.
Like, sort of like Roger Moore did with Bond.
Don't get me started with Clint Eastwood. Remember Cry Macho?
Yeah, I thought it was so hilarious when he was in Cry Macho was like, oh. But like that was just Clint. You should be playing it. I can absolutely see you in another movie playing a crotchety old man, but not this movie. This movie called for a guy in his late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah.
And it was not you, because that lady's fucking hitting on you. And no lady that looks like that is going to fucking hit on a guy that looks like you, unless you're a billionaire and she knows it. And, I got to tell you, this movie, the director's cut in particular, has my favorite moment in it, where he goes and visits the family.
Yeah.
That was next on the list.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. The killer does?
No, he does. Will does.
Graham.
Really?
Will Graham goes to their house. And they're scared. Like, who are you? And because he's fucked up. His face is fucked up because he got the shit kicked out of him by Dollarhide.
Yeah.
And fucking once they know who he is, please come in and have some coffee. He goes, no, I just wanted to come by and say hello, and that's all. And he left.
No, not even say hello. I just wanted to see you.
I wanted to see you.
That scares me because that makes me think that he was still in Dollarhide's mindset.
Yeah, but I think that's why he's doing it, to get out of that.
Wasn't it Graham? Was Dollarhide who wanted to see them?
I don't see it that way at all. I see it as him being able to see someone that he saved, and that allows him to find an anchor.
Affirmation for the ass kicking he just took. Yeah.
So an anchor to hold his mind.
Sanity, because he's spiraling down right with these dudes. He's obvious this character is obviously some kind of idiot savant that can get inside these guys' heads, and he doesn't like being like that. He doesn't like thinking like that.
Lecter hints to another thing. Lecter hints that he is just like them, but he's trying too hard to be normal.
Right.
But that's also, I looked at that when he said that. I remember that
could have been manipulation. Yeah,
I believe it's manipulation, that he's trying to bring him to the dark side by saying shit like that. So he is an unreliable narrator.
But Graham, look, Graham's reaction when he started to say, "Do you really want to know why you catch me?" And Graham, no, I have to get out of here. I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
So I know this movie, and I grew up never wanting to watch this film because they didn't know how to spell majestic.
Bye, Penny. Take care.
I
Bye,
saw
Penny.
the movie. I love the film. Bye, Penny.
Now,
one
here's
last
the
thing.
question everybody wants to know. Which one do you like better, Manhunter or Red Dragon?
Okay, look, simple. I said this at the beginning of the show. This is my favorite, but I really have a soft spot for Red Dragon because it was truer to the book.
Do we know why they changed the spelling of
Majestic.
no, not Majestic. I'm talking about this movie.
Lecter,
Yeah,
there was
right.
Yeah, Lecter.
it looked more evil, spelled the other way.
I
I'm telling
heard
you
that
what.
it was a right issues.
The first part of his name spelled that way in German means to lick. So no, to me it doesn't look more evil. It just sounds more gay.
Hannibal Lecter is highly intelligent, cultured, and chillingly precise serial killer and cannibal in Thomas Harris's novels. And his name is spelled Lecter in the books.
Again? Spell it again?
Lecter.
Lecter.
Okay.
Yeah, if you translate the spelling in this movie to German, it means
Holy
Victor.
fuck, I have to see what this. Bronson, DeLeon, and Mifune in the same movie? Damn.
Yeah, it's called Red Sun. It's a good movie. Mifune did not speak English. If he spoke any English in the film, it was done phonetically. Man. Okay, so Hannibal Lecter's name was spelled Leccktor in the 86 film Manhunter due to the decision by producer Dino De Laurentiis, who feared that the title Red Dragon, the novel's name, would be confused with his recent box office failure, Year of the Dragon. He also was worried audiences might mistake the film for a martial arts movie, like those starring Bruce Lee. Despite director Michael Mann and the actor Brian Cox disliking the change, the name was altered to Lecter in the film credits and script. The spelling change was not due to a licensing issue, as some have said, since the correct spelling was used in all later adaptations. The name Lecter was retained in the film for stylistic and branding reasons, though the pronunciation remained exactly the same. This spelling appears in the film's dialogue script and on brass plaque in Lecter's office, but is inconsistent with the novel and subsequent films. But there's also another place that you see it in the movie that they forgot. Where is that, guys?
He doesn't have a name tag, does he?
No.
It's in the subtitles.
Oh.
My question is, why was the reason? They gave us an extensive blah, 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 blah history, but what's this?
One word answered the question: branding.
Yeah.
Why?
Branding
I know,
is an
but
answer.
What's the branding reason?
For a movie with a character that they wanted to brand. For the name, they wanted a name that looked more menacing. With a K, it looks more menacing. I said that. That was the first thing I said. The name is more menacing spelled that way.
Not if you speak German, because then to you it means Lictor.
Not the audience it was geared for. It was
I
geared
know.
for an American audience in the U.S.
I just find it funny.
Dr. Liquor.
Lictor. Yeah, Liquor.
Dr. Liquor, hardly know her.
That's good too.
Liquor in the back, poker in the front.
Aye.
In a featurette included in the DVD, Tom Noonan, Francis Dollar Hyde, said that he avoided all contact. Yeah. This is something that we watched that special feature today. And and I think Anima said something at the beginning of the show that he avoided.
She did. Gambit's never
talking.
here when it starts. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just reminding you that Anima did talk about this at the beginning of the show, that he avoided having contact with them because he felt it would be better on the performances by everybody around if he didn't become friendly with people that he had to try to kill later.
Yeah, well, and he and Peterson never met before doing that scene, which was difficult for scheduling. But this is actually filmed at the end. They filmed in chronological order. And when he jumps through the window, that's the first time those two actually met.
Tom Noonan, in one of his interviews, told this little story. The first thing he shot for this movie was from the van outside of her house when he's watching them and he's having this fantasy about them. Okay. And the story he told was behind the scenes, that the entire, production crew that needed to handle things better not be fucking seen, because Michael Mann was a monster when it came to firing people. He would fire you if you looked at him funny. And so he said, he turned and he starts walking away. He says, the only thing I better see is the Dollarhide character in the van. If I see anybody from art production, you're gone. You are fired. And they were kind of afraid of him, because he would really do this shit. And it got so bad at one point, there was this dolly operator who was doing something he didn't like. So he asked him to do it a specific way, and he wouldn't do it. And he got mad, and he goes, you're fired. And he turns around. Is there anybody here that knows how to operate this thing or can operate this thing? And it just some fucking, what do they call him? Gaffer. A fucking gaffer walks up and goes, well, I know how to do it. Yeah. He says, get up there. And he fucking did it wrong, and he fired him. Didn't send him back to his original job. He just fucking fired him completely.
That's insane.
That's just egomaniacs.
Yeah.
That's Michael Mann. I fucking love the dude, but he sounds like a nutter sometimes.
Yeah.
When I hear some of these stories. Now I hear
the great ones. A lot of the great ones are, man. You've heard plenty of stories about Francis Ford Coppola like that too.
Oh, look, Coppola's a fucking nut job, period.
Imagine Christian Bale and Michael Mann leaning on one guy.
Oh, yeah, losing their shit on one guy on the set.
I wouldn't have wanted to be on the Insider set.
Great. Thanks a lot. I'll walk around, la-di-da-di-da.
And you're fired.
Guys, I gotta go. I got a show to put together real quick.
Yeah,
be good.
Off, Joe. I'm sick of your
I know you're sick of me,
buddy.
Just running all over you.
I love you, buddy.
Yeah, take care of yourself, bro. See you.
Have a good one.
Man. Yeah, I'm not really mad. I get frustrated because I'm trying to finish stuff while I have it in my head. And all three of you fucking just boom, right in the middle of something I'm saying. And I lose my fucking track.
Well, get good.
Look, man, it's hard. And there's a lot of good information up here, but I got to get it out right when I'm saying it. If I don't, I might lose it. And I'm going to fucking forget it. And it's not my fault. It's that I have a deep fucking drawer of information and a really crappy retrieval system. And so I just get frustrated.
Well, I get frustrated with the delay that I have, because oftentimes I start talking when nobody's talking because I can't hear that you are already talking because there's a delay.
People were, hold on, what is this? I know people were easily blinded by their own imagination, into thinking by naming Year of the Dragon that it was some exploitative martial arts flick with cheesy. And nobody thought that. Year of the Dragon, you know why? This is why. This is why Dino De Laurentiis is a fucking idiot. Posters and fucking trailers are why we know it's not a martial arts film.
Also, you can just put a subtitle.
People don't go to see a movie just because of the title. Well, there is a group of people that will go see it. If it's based on a book, it has the same title as a book, fans of the book will go see the movie just for the title.
I'm not going to trash Dino because he gave me so many movies that I love.
Yeah, but he gave us Conan the Barbarian.
I love Conan. I love Conan the Destroyer.
Destroyer is garbage fucking movie making. The joke at the time, it was written by a 5-year-old. because it was so badly written, so badly plotted. And him running around with the fucking fur loincloth was so fucking bizarro. It looked like he was wearing 1960s, 70s, and early 80s gym shorts that were furry. It was so fucking bizarre. And oiling him up too. There was so much gay shit in that thing.
You like the movie?
I just and I hated the fucking creature at the end. I was so disappointed with Doth. What was his name? Doth?
Dagoth.
Yeah, it sounded like something from, H.P. Lovecraft.
Yeah.
And so I expect like a fucking ancient god-looking thing, not a fucking two-legged rhino. I was just everything about that fucking movie pissed me off.
That I won't deny. Yes, the creature could have been better, much better. But I love the movie.
Not this guy. I don't even own it.
I know.
don't
and
own
I
it.
forgive you.
Because we were told we were going to get a proper sequel. And Milius was not going to fucking make that movie. He looked at that and his crap. They didn't even want to offer him the job anyway. Fuck, man. Dino De Laurentiis is such an asshole. And he fucked up so many movies. He almost didn't get Arnold. It's because of fucking Dino and his fucking short man syndrome. Yeah, but Olivia D'Abo, yeah, I fucking love her, man.
He still gave us King Kong. So
one of the worst, but yeah. As a kid, I loved Destroyer. Well, as children, you do.
Wait,
because you don't
King
know
Kong
any better.
77. You say it's a bad movie?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
King
It's
Kong
a fun
77.
film, but it's got so many fucking stupid things in it. It's just you can't ignore.
I hereby
It
tender my
absolutely
resignation.
Begged it. We covered the fucking movie. You were here. Tom and I did it. People like Dino have misinterpreted the true message of the film. Look, he's not a smart dude, Dino. He was good at his job to a certain degree. I put him right up there with Harry Saltzman as a producer. Not Cubby Broccoli, but Harry Saltzman. But yet, Olivia D'Abo is like really fucking beautiful.
Yeah. And her sister,
Yes.
Marianne. Oh.
Yeah, it's Miriam, right? Miriam? Is that what you said? Miriam, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clay, right at the end.
People like Dino have misinterpreted the true message. There we
What,
go.
Phil?
All right. Oh, it's just fucking mean, Gambit. It was just mean. It's like, just put him back in his job. Like,
Yeah.
you fired him. It's like,
That's
Tom
mean.
Noonan told this story. And I do want to point out, too, I fucking love that scene. I brought it up earlier. I want to make sure I say it again to everybody that showed up afterward. That scene in the van when he sees them and he goes into a rage and digs his fingers into the dash and rips it off of the supporting part of the dashboard. I'm like, holy shit. Just with his fingers, not with his hands, just the fingertips did that. I was like, holy shit, I would not want those hands on my throat. Fuck that. So,
Tell that to Will Graham.
yeah, because that's what a lot of people don't realize, I think, that when he jumps through that window, Dollarhide catches him midair.
Yep.
And he doesn't jerk with it. He just catches him midair. And then it cuts to the feet, showing his feet up above.
Same thing with Stephen Lang character when he's applying the chloroform. Lang's feet are in the air.
Lifted him off the ground. Yeah, fuck, man. Dollarhide's a scary fucking villain in that one. He's less scary in Red Dragon. But still, man, Ray Fiennes did a great job in that role. And I like that they kept that from the book, where he begins to admonish and berate his son in front of Dollarhide for pissing himself. And oh my God. And he did it on purpose because he used words right out of Dollarhide's little fucking album. Words that his mother would say to him. And oh man, that's fucking great. Sends him into a rage and he drops the kid and goes after Will. That's probably my favorite part of that movie. I mean, there's a lot of cool shit in there, you know, additional opening scene that we didn't get with Manhunter, you know, where we see Will getting attacked by Lecter, you know, but I always thought the name Lecter came about because it sounds like the word lectern. I've always just thought that, and I don't know if that's true. It's just something that popped into my head the first time I heard the name Hannibal Lecter back in the 80s. It reminds me of the word lectern. You guys know what that word means, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. Lectern is
like
an area,
like a podium. Yeah.
Yeah, a space with a stand of some sort where you give a lecture from, and they're called lecterns or podium.
Okay, I need you to see this conversation here. Gambit says Conan the Barbarian is great. Yeah.
Fantasy, a bit too far.
And then look what Nicholas says.
You see sexy women. I've got news for you. I wasn't 12 when that came out, and I still wanted to see the sexy women because that's what anybody who's a true Conan fan wants. We want to see the titties and the big asses, not scrawny girls, fat asses. We wanted to see the asses and breasts that we saw in the Frank Frazetta paintings. Frazetta women.
Well, I mean, I'm not complaining about Olivia and Grace.
No, I'm not a big fan of Grace Jones. I can give a shit about her. But what's really funny is when you find out about her is that
But she was hot.
When she was in the James Bond movie View to a Kill, do you know who her boyfriend was at the time?
Wasn't it? Oh my God.
You
Bowie?
got it. Who?
Wasn't it David Bowie? No.
No. She was dating Dolph Lundgren.
Oh.
And that is why Dolph Lundgren is in the movie. He plays one of the Russian guards in the movie. One of the security guys. You wanted to see the fights. Oh, the sword fighting. Got you. I'm going to sound like I'm hating the producer. I have a problem with De Laurentiis. I think that they did better after he passed away with his production company. But sadly, De Laurentiis, the one thing I was really rooting for him for was he wanted to turn Durham, South Carolina Durham, North Carolina into the new Hollywood. And he built a studio down there. And then he went belly up, and that studio's still sitting there. I think it's being used now. Ivan Drago, yep.
If he dies, he dies.
Also, I totally made that up. And by the way, Dolph Lundgren is a name I don't bring up with Jim Woodward because he didn't like the way she treated his sister.
Really?
Grace Jones was a scary woman. Why can't they write women like her anymore? You mean give birth to scary women like her anymore? They do. They do. In fact, if they ever made a proper witch movie, you could take at least two of the cast of The View and make a horror film. Whoopi Goldberg and that other fat old bitch. All right, that's it. The chat's getting tired. Starting to run out of gas.
I ran out of gas an hour ago.
I'm so tired of typing. So much work. Yeah. What is that other bitch's name that I can't stand her? She claims to be a comedian. Red hair.
Oh, there's so many names.
I just can't think of her fucking name. Just have some British, and like I never found Whoopi Goldberg's comedy funny. Never did.
She's
Never
not
did.
funny.
But I liked her in a handful of films. I liked her in Jumpin' Jack Flash, Burglar, and there was a third one that she did that I really liked. And it wasn't like I hated The Color of Purple because it's a good movie, but I could care less that she was in it. Yeah, well, Kathy Griffin is a whole other fucking can of worms, and literally, she is a walking, breathing can of worms. Whenever, and this is my running joke, just so you guys know, anytime I see a photo of today's Kathy Griffin, I write, "Oh wow, Andy Dick looks like crap." Because she looks like Andy Griffin. I mean, Andy Dick. You guys, I feel doubt.
No, I've seen it. You showed it to me. It's true.
She looks like Andy Dick in drag.
Yep.
You just expect to hear his honking laughter coming out of her fucking face. Man, that's an ugly woman. On the inside, too. It's like when a woman gets ugly, it's just because the inside bled out onto the face. Leslie Jones, never mind, she's not a redhead. Yeah, Leslie Jones. I will tell you this, though. In that piece of shit Ghostbusters movie, the only laugh I had was Leslie Jones. When she walks down that hallway at that theater and looks and sees that just all those mannequins at the end of the hall, and she goes, no, and turns around and starts walking away. I'm like, yeah, that's how I would have reacted because I don't like mannequins. And of course, the mannequins start moving. So, yeah. But that was funny when she said that. That was the only laugh I had in that whole fucking movie.
That's one more laugh than I had.
Well, Rosie O'Donnell has been kicked out of Ireland, from what I understand, for bringing herpes to the island.
Oh, come on.
Have you seen that fucking sores on her lips when she breaks out?
Dude.
Someone said that she didn't get physically ugly until she started hating. Once she started hating this one person, all of a sudden her looks left her face. And I'm like, I tell people, negative feelings, man, have a physical impact.
Yes. Hate destroy the organism. Organism. You hear me right this time?
She was tolerable as Guinan. I'm not that big a fan of Guinan. She's
the character is weird.
Her character is a plot device. It's all she is. And so I'm like, I can't figure out what to do. I'll go talk to Guinan. She knows everything.
She's an
Yet she works as a barkeeper.
She was the replacement for Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
Will Wheaton.
Let's get out of here, please.
Cool whip.
Cool Whip. Hey, Bri. Would you like some Cool Whip, Bri? All right.
Let's go. Oranima is going to stop talking to us for a week.
Yeah. Gambit, Snorty, Davy Dread, and Run, Country Shape Media, who had the best post of the day, guys. I'm sorry. By self-parody.
Yeah.
I only do eyes. Penny, Slasher Fred, Vinkman's Girl, Spring Heel Mac, who's a new viewer to my knowledge. I don't recognize that name.
Yeah.
Good meeting you. Parrot Head, Comic Relief Crusader, Read by Nature, Hail in Place, Mr. Stoney 1981, Tim, and E. Clay Thomason, and Wade. And by the way, for Spring Heel Mac, that kind of reminds me, it's clearly a play on Spring Heel Jack. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
Yes.
He's a historical
The killer.
figure from London. And but Spring Heel Jack was a guy who could jump and terrorize the city and wore a devil's mask. So there you go. Spring Heel Jack. It's an interesting story. A lot of cool theories around who it was and why it was. So I want to appreciate everybody, but I want to tell you, Spring Heel Mag, I hope you had fun today. This is what we do. We try to talk about movies, and we interact with you guys in the chat because it's fun. And that's it. And I crack some jokes or I get irritated. It's one or the other. I'm either doing one or the other.
Sometimes both.
Sometimes both at the same time. Yeah, it's true. I love the mispronunciation of Stewie. Yeah, the Kuhik. Kuhik, Bry. Absolutely. I fucking love that show. I watched the new. Wait, what? Are you really going to say it like that? Like what? He gets so annoyed with him at the Cool Whip. He finally tells him, "You're eating apple pie with Meg's hair, pubic hair in it." It's like, whoa! He spits it out. I fucking love that show. I watched the new episode. Not funny, but I still enjoyed it. But it wasn't funny. I don't think the show can be funny anymore. I think they've lost.
Oh my God! Read yes,
Victorian parkour. There you go. Spring Heel Jack did the early Victorian version of parkour. That's right. Good one. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Hope everybody has a great rest of your week. We'll see you again on Friday when we do Thief, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thief on Friday. Yeah. I love the movie. It's a very good film. I showed Anima just the final shootout. And man, I love that shootout. I really do. Mind you, I don't like slow-mo, but I still like that fucking ending. All right, we're out of here, guys. We'll see you on Friday. Everybody have a great Wednesday and Thursday, and see you then. Okay?
Bye.
Bye.
This apple pie was brought to you by Meg Griffin. Coo-whip.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
Matt Damon.